Hey besties, today I'm making a very delicious twist to a classic African favorite, rice and beans jollof. Hi! It's so flavorful,
Beautiful
it's
people,
filling and packed with
this morning I
goodness
want to
in
make
every
something
bite.
delicious.
If you've never
Rice,
tried it before,
combination of
are you going
rice
to try it? Are you going to try
and
this recipe? Man,
beans.
I tell you, it is so delicious. Stay put as
I'm
I
going to be
walk you
using some
through the
vegetables. I'm using some
process of
tomatoes, some
prepping this
peppers,
this
some
rice and beans
onions, green
jollof. You
scallion, and
know, whenever you want
some
to
dried
do a
fish.
dish, the
Stay
preparation
tuned
time
as we
actually
do this
takes a lot
combination.
of time. You
It's
know, the
going to
cooking
be a
time is just
banger.
so short,
Just
but
stay
when you
tuned
want
and
to
enjoy.
prepare, you see that you're taking so much time to
So I'm
prep
going to be
your
cooking the
ingredients,
beans.
and it's
You
always good
know,
to get your ingredients ready before you
you don't
start
cook your
cooking so that
beans
your cooking time will just be
before
so
cooking.
short. Yeah guys, thank you for
You're going
staying,
to put
thank you for
some
stopping, thank you for the visit, thank you
onion
for all the
pepper,
love,
you
thank
know,
you for
some
all the shares, and thank you for
stones onions,
everything. I
and
am
this one
so
is
grateful.
dried 3 inch
If
now.
this is what you like,
You
you love
know,
food like me,
beans is a
please
very,
hit
very
the
healthy food.
subscribe
Fast
button so that
protein.
you'll see more
Even the
of
one we were doing
lovely
yesterday, they told
African
us beans
delicacies
is
that I
all
bring
protein.
here. Okay,
But as a
let's delve
grown
into
up
the
now, I
video.
know that beans is
Yeah,
not all protein.
right in front of you
There is
is
some
the normal
carbohydrates.
beans. This is
Yeah, there's a
just
level
white
of
beans.
carbohydrates
Some people will actually use
in
brown
beans.
beans,
But
or
it
some
still
will
a
use
healthy
kidney
food.
beans to make this
It's
recipe,
still a
but
healthy
I
food. So
had to use this because this
we're
is what
going
I
to cook
have
it.
in the house. It's still beans, it's still sweet,
You can
it's
see the
still
combination.
delicious, you know.
I added
At
two
the end of the day,
cups
it's just to
of
prepare a
rice to
very sumptuous and
1 cup
delicious
of beans. I
meal.
want the
So I'm
rice to
trying to
be,
pick out all the dirt,
more
you
than
know, all the stones. You know,
the
sometimes these beans
beans.
usually carry stones, you know, from milling that
So
they didn't
guys, sit
remove.
tight
If you're not
as I
very
teach
careful,
you
excuse me, if you're not
this
very
beautiful
careful, you
combination.
may not remove everything. So
Yeah.
you take your time to pick it
So I
one
have prepared
seed
this kind of
after
food
the other, and that
before.
was
We
what
don't
I did here.
usually
And
add
I
beans and
successfully
rice
picked
together
every impurity from the
while
beans,
cooking. I
you
will
know,
just cook your beans
so that
separately
we are going to
and
eat
the rice
a
separately.
stone-free
Let me know
rice
in the
and
comment
beans
section. And if this is
jollof.
your first
Yes,
time
please stay
coming
put.
across my
Cooking is an
videos,
art, as I
welcome.
always
This is
say.
Flow and Flow with
Cooking is
Belema.
an art.
Here
If you know
we do
how to cook, you don't know
everything
how God has
fitness,
blessed you.
healthy,
If you
chop,
know how to prepare
African
dishes, you know how to cook,
cuisines.
whether native,
Sometimes we
local,
touch on
international,
international, and
whatever, God
we
has
stay
really
fit and
blessed
we
you. Like
glow
God has
and we
blessed me.
win
I love cooking. I
to
love
outwardly.
eating.
Yeah, I'm
You know, so
done
it's a good
cooking
combination.
the
I
beans
cook,
and ensure that
I
I
eat. I
pick
also cook for weddings. I
everything.
cook for people. So in case you're looking for someone to cook for you,
So let
please
me know in the
holler
comment section
me.
where you're
I
watching
don't
this
charge
video
too much.
from.
Okay.
So that in
So
in
I
my next
actually took
video,
the
I'm
beans,
going
you
to
know,
do a
out
shout
from there. I
out
was like
to
trying to
you.
still see if there is still some dirt in
So
it. So I
let's
took
give the
it to
beans
wash.
a good wash,
Here is me
a thorough
giving it a
wash,
thorough wash. You know,
and
rinsing.
we are
Most
going
of
to
these beans
parboil.
are stored with chemicals, you know.
We're going to parboil the
Before you eat
beans.
it, ensure you wash it, parboil it if possible, you know, to help reduce some
I'm
of
going to add the pot
those
to the pot
chemicals.
of
Yes, I had to
sorry, the
pour it
beans
in
to
the
the pot of
pot.
boiling
What
water.
I
Allow
did
this
here,
to
I
boil
boiled
and
the beans. I mixed the beans
anything
and
in
the rice
some
together,
minutes
but
time I'll
here is the
remove
beans
it.
that I just
After
poured.
10 minutes
And
we're good to
I'd
go.
already boiled the
So to
water to
soften the
make it
beans
easier,
fast, I'll be
you
adding
know,
this.
softer. And
This
there
is
is this thing I
spring
do while
onion.
cooking beans that,
In
and it
10
makes
minutes
it
time
so
you'll see
easy
how
for it to
soft
get
this
soft.
beans is. It
I
just
usually
is.
use
We
spring
proceed to
onion.
getting the other
So I
ingredients
just cut some
ready.
part of the spring onion and put in the beans.
Washing my vegetables.
If you
This is what
try
I'll
that
use to
method
cook my
before you
beans.
cook your beans, it will
This
be
is the
so soft
scallion.
as if you're using a pressure
I
pot.
always love
That's
it
if
in
in
my
case you don't
food,
have a
and I
pressure
have
pot.
the other
This
onions
is another
too.
hack
Some
to help you
tomatoes,
soften your
some
beans very
shombo,
well.
paprika,
So the first
and
step
some
is to prep
atarugu,
all the ingredients.
hot
As
pepper.
I put the beans on fire, you know, as it's getting soft, I decide to wash the vegetables that I used. I used some tomatoes,
Let's
some
cut the
onion,
onion.
some pepper. You can see I'd already
How do you
cut the
usually
tomatoes.
cut
I
your
didn't show the
onion?
process because it's going to be very long. So I decided to cut the onion. How do you cut your onion? Do you cut it very tiny, very
You like
big, or
cutting it
medium,
tiny, or
like
you like
how I'm
cutting it
cutting?
in
Whichever
large
way,
chunks?
all are cutting
Anyone goes
at the
with
end of the
you.
day.
You can see what I'm doing.
So guys, the beans is actually
See how
cooking
I'm
with the
cutting it.
strand of spring onion I added to it to make
Cutting
it
onion there,
get
no
soft,
easy.
but not so
As you're
soft.
cutting it,
You know, if
just
you
be
want to
opening
do
your eyes
beans and rice
keeping
jollof,
your eyes
your beans
closed.
should still be standing. You know, it shouldn't be so soft that it will now become mashy. You're not doing porridge beans. You're doing rice and beans. So the beans should still be standing. Yeah, I'm still cutting the onion. No, it's not easy cutting onion. Whenever you cut, I don't know why it's like whenever I cut onion, all your eyes will be teary. Someone says whenever you're cutting onion, you should just eat some of the onion. That is going to help your eyes not to be teary. I've tried that, but whenever I cut onion, my eyes will still be teary. Anyway, onion is healthy. It has lots of sulfur in it. Great for your hair, and it's sweet. It gives your food flavor, so I don't miss it in any of my food. Yes, I use some smoked fish, mixture of two types. I use smoked catfish and smoked, we call it panla. That should be Hades fish. Yeah, we call it panla. So that's the two protein I used for the food. Some will say it's not much, Abi. So manage me, na the one I get. That's what I have in the house, you know. So I went to check the beans.
10 minutes.
That's after 10 minutes. The beans was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Not very soft, but it's still standing. That's what I need. I need for this recipe. So I added the rice, already washed rice, you know. So I would parboil both the rice and the beans together. Yeah, so it will make the other part of the cooking fast. Some people don't parboil. You know, they just add it directly to what they are doing. I don't do mine that way. I like parboiling. Yes, I decided to pound the pepper and the crayfish together. There was no light. Electricity decided to just trip off when I was making this food. So I had to make do with what I have. If you have this small, will I call it mortar? You don't know what God has done for you. Yeah, you don't know what God has done. So as a bonus, as I was waiting for, you know, the rice and beans combo to parboil, I decided to do my facials. I use miracle leaf. If you check one of my videos, I talked about using miracle leaf to clear acne. It's really working. It's giving my face the glow I need, you know, removing all the sunburn. I've been doing it. I've been doing it not up to 7 days. I think it's the 4th day. So here is me with 2 leaves of the miracle leaf. I'm heating it up so I can squeeze out the juice. Another way to squeeze out the juice, you can actually blend it and just still use the juice on your face, but this is a faster way if you don't have power to blend. It's a faster way. Sorry, this is not part of my food, or it's just I don't want to sit down doing nothing. I decided to show you what I do that gives me the glow outwardly, facial glow. You know, you don't need to break the bank. You don't need to go buy very expensive creams, whatever for your face. Just try this hack. You know, get a miracle leaf, try it for 7 days and come back here to thank me. I was actually rubbing it on my face. Sorry, I couldn't bend to show you my face. Yeah, so back to the video. The rice and beans mixture has softened a bit. I parboiled it. I decided to move over to the third phase. Cooking this food is not easy. The first one is you have to, you know, prepare your ingredients. That's the first phase. The second phase you parboil, and the third phase, which is the last phase, is the cooking proper, and that's the phase I am in now. I use palm oil for this recipe. Yes, palm oil will give you, you know, what you want. You want that native traditional taste, you know. So I added the onion. You allow the onion to, you know, just brown a bit. At least you perceive the fragrance of onion. You know the onion is ready to go forward, if I should say that. So I added the tomatoes. Some people wouldn't want to use chopped tomatoes. They'll want to blend. It's not everybody that likes seeing chunks of stuff in their food, but I love it. You know, whenever I cook foods like this, I like having the chunks, you know, while eating. It gives me so much. You know, it makes me what would I even say? I love it. So if you don't like the chunks of tomato, you can as well blend it. blend it to a very smooth paste and use. It is still going to give you the same flavor. It's still going to give you the same taste. You know me, I just love this. Yeah. So I added the blended pepper and you can see it's just coarse. It's not smooth. The blended pepper and crayfish. I added it to the already. Sorry, excuse me. The already, you know, tomato in the pot. I just added it and
I'm going to remove
decide to remove the fish. You know, if you leave the fish at this point, when I'm mixing, I might scatter the fish. I don't want the fish to be scattered. I still want to eat a big piece of fish, if you know.
Yeah, guys.
So I'm done removing the fish. Decide to add the parboiled rice. You can still see the standing beans. You know, if it was red or kidney beans, you would have seen it very well. But because it's not red, it's almost looking like the rice. You will think it's, but you can see it, the beans is there. You know, so I poured it, mixed it properly with the gravy I have, you know, so that most of the flavors, the sweetness of the tomato will go into the rice. Yes, will go into the rice. And I noticed the rice was still very strong. Yes, it was still very strong. So I actually added some salt, some seasoning, and I added iru. This is iru, blended iru. Is actually a native spice. So whenever you're doing any native jollof rice or native rice and beans combo, add your iru. It gives you that taste of home, taste of the village. So I added some water. You see the level of water I added, because I added this much water because the rice was still very strong. I don't like my rice strong. I like it soft. I beg, I like it soft. Let me cook what suits me. Some people actually like the rice strong, but I don't. So I added water, and here is it. Voila, our food is ready. Let me know if you prepared this. Thank you. Bye.